Hey, how's it going, guys? It is your average YouTuber, Unstoppable9426, and in this episode, I will be going over tips and tricks for how to defeat the boss of Forsaken Castle Cainhurst, Martyr Logarius. Now, this footage is a different character. I lost the footage from the other fight I had with him, but regardless, the strategy I used is very similar. Logarius in his first phase will just pepper you with all types of magic spell things. And yes, as you can see there, they hurt. If you have a slow weapon here, you're going to be in trouble. Logarius will just consistently pepper you with all of those ranged spells, and it's quite annoying. And then once you finally get the chance to get in his face, he'll do just what he did there. So the trick that I have for this, at least with a character like this one, is when you see him do that attack right there. It's a really slow moving kind of blast. Get in there and get him. As you can see here, what I'm doing though is I'm trying to maintain patience, because this guy can move around the arena in a hurry. Once you eventually get there, he'll generally do that attack when you're close, but sometimes if you're really unlucky, he'll just smack you right away with one of his closer attacks. He can be parried in any of his forms, but it's more apparent when he gets to his second phase. Now what you'll see here in a second, he's just going to keep peppering me with magic. I'm just going to get in there, get aggressive. When he goes to melee, I would recommend you parry him unless you're just quick. Like this character has a Blade of Mercy at this point. That's all I did, was whenever he went for any kind of attack, I wanted to dish out the damage and just get right in his face. Another thing to note is you want to keep this guy, with his back not against the wall. And I'll get to that when it happens in the fight. Eventually, Martyr Logarius will buff. And that's when you know he's buffing. What you want to do right here, get a couple hits and then backstab him. If you backstab him and get the visceral, it prevents the buff from taking place. He'll still be more aggressive in this phase, but he'll not have that stupid buff on him that just makes him so much deadlier. So in this phase he attacks with melee a lot. The recommendation for any kind of boss that melee attacks like that a lot is the same everywhere. Parry him. And when he flies around like that, you've got all the opportunities to smack him. Just stay away to where he'll miss, and just smack him. And then when that attack happens right there, probably one of his most annoying attacks ever, shoot sword. There is nothing worse about this fight than running in, going for the damage, and then he drops one of them little swords down and it gets you in an endless stun lock that ruins your day. Or, as you can see there, he'll spam it, and it'll get really, really frustrating. Again, the strategy in this phase really doesn't change from the first phase. I prefer to be aggressive. Like, that's my playstyle. Tactically aggressive. And it works. I mean, obviously, as you can see by the footage, I still haven't quite got the parry timings down yet. But when I get them, I get them. Plain and simple. Just stay aggressive. Especially in his first phase. Just have a quick weapon, get in his face, and just attempt to change phases as quickly as you can. Once he changes phases, while he's buffing, backstab him, get that visceral. You should be well in control of the fight at this point. And then when it comes to the frickin' swords, shoot him. I mean, you can melee them, but and you'll see me melee this one here, but I just feel like it carries a lot of risk. Running up to the thing and trying to melee it, as you saw there, I about got my ass handed to me. You can be aggressive, like I said, if your health is, decent. Like, I wouldn't recommend this if your health is, pretty low for a build at this high a level as my character was here. But anyway, that's truthfully about all I can say. Once you defeat Logarius, you can pat yourself on the back. This guy is one of the hardest main game bosses in Bloodborne, probably rivaled by Abrius. And that's about it. Once you defeat him, you'll get his crown. And once you get the crown, that will open up the back passage to meet Queen Annalise and open a very interesting part to the story. Well, that's the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe to stay in tune with the rest of the walkthroughs. And other than that, y'all have a great day.